environment again, or have the courts made a judgment at this point that she's better in your care and that is where she'll remain? I mean, has it been adjudicated yet, or where's that at?
Out of confidentiality, I can't answer that question at this time.
Correct. Yeah.
Understood.
Idale,
okay. That makes sense.
I think if you call me, on my cell phone, we can definitely discuss it, but out of confidential, I probably shouldn't discuss that at this time.
That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, I understood. Have you seen, Ty, if we can shift away from that then, and without so much specificity, can we go and say that there has been situations where the courts generally don't appreciate the old situation and see the positive results in the new environment, and generally rule, or they've been known to rule in that favor?
So it's unfortunately a 50-50 toss-up, depending upon what judge you're in front of and what county you live in. I had the pleasure of working with Denver County, Arapahoe County, Jefferson County, and Adams County. And I tell you, each county are distinctively different. Denver County, I will say this because I'm just a regular old Joe in the community. Denver County is way too lenient, and they give way too many chances, in my opinion. That's my opinion. And I believe that once strike, you're out, because you are actually technically on your fourth strike, if you think about it. You had the first trimester to get it right. You had the second trimester to get it right. You had the third trimester to get it right. And so now that this child is born, you continue to get it wrong, and we praise you for that, and we give you another opportunity? No. Wow. That doesn't make any sense in any math at all. So we need to toughen up those laws, and we need to make our addict parents more accountable for their own behavior and how it impacts the child that they actually gave birth to. Because it's not, the child didn't ask for any of it. They are the innocent bystander here. So they need to be just that, treated as an innocent person. And the parent they should have to jump through 1,000,001 hoops over a long period of time. So that way, there's at least some sustained period of sobriety that says, not only am I clean and sober, because there's a difference between being clean and sober. There's not only am I clean and sober, I have a job that I've been on for a year. I have money saved up. I have a stable roof over my head. I have reliable transportation. I have goals and desires now. I have a checking account. I mean, there's just so many other things. And that's why our approach needs to be thorough and complete, biopsychosocial, all around, period.
Ty, I wish I would have heard what you just said 3 months ago, because it just all made sense that you're absolutely right. This is their fourth chance.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
that's amazing
people
to me,
said,
too.
This is her second chance. We've got to give her another chance. No, you've had 3 chances when she was in your womb.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so this is your fourth and maybe your fifth. How many more chances do we give?
Correct.
That's
you remain optimistic.
Amen to that.
And you remain optimistic, and it seems like you've put an initiative in motion that not only is going to provide some additional and some quick healing for you, and some steady healing for your own situation, but they're also going to provide a resource for some other families that, while they may not have heard the message until today, perhaps they're hearing it 3 months early. Okay,
sure.
That's what's so paramount about what Ty just said, is that perhaps that message now is going to resonate a little bit early, so they'll be armed with that ammunition as they go before the judge or the magistrate next time in the custody hearing, if you will, and they can use that versus saying retroactively, "I wish I would have known that." So yeah, we have another win right there, most definitely.
That's right. That's right.
That's another win, and
that's a huge win.
That I mean, how could it? And you're not, of course, not going to be, especially when you're in a certain frame of mind when you're going through that process. I would imagine you can't think of everything anyway. I mean, some people not having the resources to go in with adequate representation, so you may not be armed with that information anyway. So you'll have to rely on your own mental faculties to get you through that process. So we'll say, Ty, that you're going to help somebody else that may be a little bit short on their resources the next time they go through this process. And it's going to be a next time, unfortunately. This 4% figure tells us that. 4% of women in the United States are taking illegal drugs while they're pregnant. So somebody's going to get that opportunity to win a battle against someone who just can't stop taking drugs. It's just the bottom line.
That's true.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Aliciia, can you put out there again so that we once again are armed, and again I'll update this information, but the name of the center, and again I know you don't have the complete address, and then put your phone number out there again.
Sure. The name of the center is called the International Learning and Cultural Resource Center. Mm-hmm. The preschool piece of it is called Young Investigators Exploring in a Global World. It will be preschool. It will be 12 months to 12 years of age that we will enroll. And that's opening that part of the building May 2014. The Resource Center in the same building on 14th and Elmira in Aurora will open. Grand opening will be July 2014. So the preschool center will open first in May, and then the Resource Center will open in July. And at this point, they can call my cell phone number, and tomorrow I will get you the number to the building over there and the exact address, Idale, so that you could put on your website. It's Ernestine Woodbury and myself are the co-owners, and we will be getting that center and that resource community open as soon as we can.
That's fantastic.
Beautiful.
And then I'll ask this question, and I'll present it to both of you. And I'll start with you, Ty, as you had 10 years of experience plus in this field. What kept you motivated? What actually made you do it every single day? Because there's always so many pitfalls before you see the victories. What made you continue to do it on a day-to-day basis, and why do you stay so passionate about it?
The one thing that made me do it on a day-to-day basis was seeing that one child flourish, because that's all it takes. To seeing that one child graduate our preschool and go to kindergarten, and then she's in first grade, and now she's in second grade, and now she's in third grade. Seeing that child makes it worth it. Because, unfortunately, during my journey, I have seen a lot of relapses. And I have seen a lot of relapses that have ended in death, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But I have also seen a lot of successes. And all it takes is being exposed to experiencing that one success. Because that just refuels us to know that throwing that fish back into the water, they can swim. However, it takes a lot of energy and intervention. It's huge, and it's ongoing. It's ongoing. Mm-hmm. It doesn't stop when they complete the 2 or 3 years in-house. It continues to outpatient, and then it continues to aftercare, and then it continues to maintenance, then it continues to sustainability. Those are the proper phases of care that an adult needs to go through who is battling addiction.
Your experience is valuable, extremely valuable, and I appreciate your contribution. And then I'll present it to you, Aliciia. It's tough. I know for you it's been tough. I mean, you're saying this is round number 2, potentially third round for you. How do you draw, or where do you draw the strength from?
You know, I draw my strength from when I look at this young girl and you know, my passion for children, and I just look at this young lady and just see that what she was born into, she didn't choose that. She did not choose that lifestyle. And if everybody could take the time to either be a foster parent or a big brother or a big sister, because all it takes is for these children to have one connection with an adult that really cares. It's just that connection that they need. and I'll tell you a little story about this young lady, this young girl, this 7-year-old girl. Before she left my house, Idale, I instilled my phone number into her in case something happened for her to call me. And being not even 7 yet, she's going to be 7, she memorized my number when she was here, but when she went home, she forgot 2 of the numbers. And many times she told me she grabbed her mom's phone and tried to call me, but could not remember 2 of the numbers. So she wrote a letter.
Oh.
And the letter came to my house today. And I got her back on Sunday, but she wrote it just last week.
Wow.
And had somebody from the school email it to me by looking up my phone number, my address.
That's incredible.
It's incredible that I went to the mailbox, and I haven't even told this young child that I have this letter. I'm waiting to see the therapist to see how to talk about it. But in this letter, it's amazed what her mind and how sophisticated she was to know I can't remember her phone number, but I could send her a letter to tell her I need help. Yeah.
And that's that resilience that's going to help her.
That's that resilience that's going to make this young girl. That is my goal, is to make this girl. She's going to be successful.
Yep.
She's going to overcome this. No matter where she is, she's going to overcome this.
And I heard some folks mention recently it'll be the village that surrounds you as well, based on the foundation that you're starting to build, that is going to continue to help provide her that comfort and that care, that stability, as you mentioned earlier, that she'll need to return to normalcy. And that's us all being optimistic about this situation. I don't have much more time left in the broadcast. I wish we could spend more time on it, but it seems like we will. Based on the information that I have from you right now, it seems like the work is just starting. So I'm rolling up my sleeves right now. My wheels are already spinning. I'm trying to get an army of guys out there with some picks and shovels right now.
That'd be fantastic.
So that they can actually get dirty with you guys over there. That's a fact. So any closing comments, any closing thoughts from you, Ty, before we actually wrap up the broadcast this evening?
The only thing I would like to say, first of all, thank you. Thank you for being a conduit that is so necessary in our society today. So I commend you for your efforts and your commitment to getting the word out. That's huge. The only thing I'd like to say is, Aliciia, keep the fight. Keep moving forward. Accomplish your goals that you have set for your center and your preschool. And if there's a way in which I can be of support or a board for ideas or whatever the case may be, please let me know, and I will connect with you via phone as well. I think that it's extremely powerful that we have leaders in our society still today willing to do grassroots work on something that is causing such a problem in our lives.
Well, and I appreciate that. And Idale, I have to say also that, first of all, thank you for setting up this format, but also for bringing Ty, Ms. Johnson, into my life now, because that's what it's all about, is making those connections and then bringing all those people together so that we can build together to be able to be a service to our community, and that's where it all begins. So thank you.
Absolutely. You're very welcome. And I'm glad that we had an opportunity to put this on. You can use this platform again and again. I'm here at your disposal. I'll look forward to our communication tomorrow so that we can provide additional facts and information about the Learning Center. And I'm glad that we had an opportunity to do this evening. So God bless both of you, and continued movement forward, Aliciia. And thank you, Ty, for your contribution. That's all we have for this evening. My name's Idale Graves. Again, the show is Inquiring Minds. I think that we're going to put the issue of babies in the rearview mirror. Let's make that something that's indelibly planted in our brain, but also think about the fact that there's silver lining. So anybody, again, who started to listen to this broadcast and thought that it would be only sad news, I'm glad to say at this point that there's hope and there's optimism based on our kind contributors this evening. So we're looking forward to really positive things in May, June, and July based on everything that's heard recently. So, again, that's all the time that I have for this evening. Special thank you once again to Woody's Wings for making sure that we can provide this broadcast this evening without commercial interruption. Again, special thanks to Ty Johnson and Aliciia